Hello, Forté friends and followers. My name is Minty, and we're here to talk about something sweet and tasty that has just been launched by Forté and Beacons. It is Honey Sessions, and to tell us more about it is the project officer, or one of the project officers for Beacons, Sizwe. Siz, how are you doing, friend?
Yeah, I'm good, Minty. Thank you. Nice to finally be with you on one of these. It's great.
Yes. So this is a really awesome, important, vital, and exciting project taking place from next month. Applications are now open for Honey Sessions. Tell us all about Honey Sessions. What is Honey Sessions? And why are we here talking about it?
Yeah, so the Honey Sessions is actually an idea of mine that it came to me feverishly in a dream 3 or 4 years ago whilst I was in university in Aberystwyth. And it kind of just came to me because I, as an artist on the scene, didn't really have many opportunities growing up and didn't really know of many opportunities. So I wanted something that would really chime with what I believed in and, you know, what would be great for my community and also my genre. Fast forward a couple of years and I luckily managed to get a dream job, you know, working with a great bunch of people in Beacons and being able to produce some great projects. And, you know, the Honey Sessions is one of the things to come out of that. I managed to get into a conversation with Spike about it. And, you know, we decided to collaborate with Forté and do something that hasn't been done on the scene before. Maybe something that has been, but an evolution of that almost.
And a proper step up as well of that, like you're saying, you know, evolution of it, because I'd say that, you know, the Mobo scene here in Wales has been making its way down to the front over the past 3-4 years. And this is just, once again, you know, giving extra sort of leverage to that and helping get down there even faster. But honestly, I've said it several times. I honestly think that the Welsh music Mobo scene is leading from the front with a flag. You know, personally, that's what, especially, you know, sort of beginning of this year, pretty much all of last year, tail end of 2019. It's been a super exciting time if, you know, you produce music of Black origin here in Wales. So this project kind of embodies that and gives almost like an entry level opportunity to artists that, you know, feel inspired and want their sort of, you know, their skills and their voice and, you know, what they're writing, what they're producing to be heard, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think, you know, you've hit the nail on the head there. I think music of Black origin on a whole, grime, R&B, hip hop, pop, rap, you know, it's been blowing up now for the past couple of years. And, you know, we've only got the likes of our friends over in England to say thank you to that. And I think it's about time Wales kind of stepped on the map too and put their best foot forward. And, you know, I think quite a lot of artists and producers on the scene will agree with me when I say that there is perhaps a feeling almost that once you reach a certain point in Wales, you can't get any higher than that. And, you know, we just want to challenge that and sort of push the boundary a little bit and look to our friends outside of Wales and say, you know, you guys made it, and it'd be wrong almost not to use the resources you have to also help elevate these artists and producers here in Wales too.
Yeah, no doubt. And the whole process, is it taking place across a month? Or, I mean, let's backtrack a little bit first. So you got involved with Beacons, what was it, maybe about like 3-4 months ago, as you were mentioning just there. And I mean, you've come in with this dream, like, you know, of making something like this happen, you know, an entry point to anybody in Wales to come forward with their ideas, with, you know, their skills, whether they're, you know, a musician, whether they're a producer. I mean, I'd argue they're the same thing, but, you know, tell us how you came in and how that process of building this model, building this project worked. Start off with, I think.
Yeah, like I said, this has been a dream of mine now for just over 3 years, and over those 3 years, I've kind of spent most of that time building my own career, but also networking and meeting people who are like-minded and sort of shared a passion for music, like I did, and shared a passion for enriching the scene too. When I got this job at Beacons, you know, one of the first things they said to us was that, you know, we don't want you to think that anything that you work on here is a Beacons project. You know, it's it's driven by you and it's your project, but it's only funded by Beacons. If anything, that's as far as that will go. And you know, they never wanted to claim ownership for our ideas or our dreams, and they've always helped us try and strive for the best and to achieve those. And the Honey Sessions is part of that. You know, what was really great about it was being able to work with Forté and talk to Forté and see what they were trying to do. You know, I heard they were trying to do a songwriting camp, and at that point, I kind of decided to just jump on the gun and say, you know, look, songwriting camp is a brilliant idea, but we can make this a lot better, a lot more inclusive, a lot more diverse, and do something perhaps Wales hasn't seen before.
And, you know, it's been seen in varying degrees, but nothing ever as direct, I think is the correct word, as Honey Sessions, which is literally saying, you know, are you an artist that produces music of Black origin? Come forward with your ideas, with your skills, and let's marry together 5 artists and 5 producers and see what we can make here. Yeah, I just kind of announced what it is, but tell us a little bit about sort of the idea between this marriage of, you know, bringing in 5 producers, bringing in 5 artists and seeing what can happen. Because, you know, working on projects like this in the past, you run the risk of things being either incredibly, you know, terrific and brilliant and, you know, sky soaring, or it just going so wrong. You know, it's a big risk, this one, isn't it? You know, but tell us a little bit about how you've decided to come up with this idea of bringing people in to work together and, you know, seeing how, you know, people will meet up and how these tracks could fuse.
Yeah, so, you know, it's called the Honey Sessions for a reason. Basically, it came to me as a name because the one thing I love about Mother Nature are bees. They work harmoniously with nature, and they provide some of, you know, well, I mean, everything for us. We wouldn't have anything without bees. And the idea of it came with this sort of like hive community network of, you know, collecting pollen together, which was collecting the music and collecting the artists and producers, and then producing honey, the music, the actual food and substance for our colony. That's kind of like the idea of community and bringing people together. What I love about bees as well is they break off and make other communities, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. I think for a long time now, there's been a lot of opportunities coming up and benefiting people to some extent, but not to the fullest extent where they'd be able to take what they've gained almost and be able to do the same for the next generation and the next generation after that. The Honey Sessions kind of wants to do, you know, we want to do that with the Honey Sessions. We want to be able to put this thing on over and over again and keep championing underrepresented communities and voices. The collaboration aspect, that one was more purely because, you know, producers don't really get the same opportunities that singers, songwriters, rappers, you know, that they do. And it's about time that we start, you know, giving respect to them and saying, look, we haven't forgotten you. We don't want you guys to be left behind, because it is a very hard job to do. And without them, we wouldn't have the music we do now. So we wanted to include producers and make sure that, you know, they were at the forefront with the artists too, because they're equally as important. But we also wanted to encourage collaboration across Wales too in these communities and genres. And this is something that, again, doesn't really happen very often, whether that's because of distance, whether it's because of COVID, or just simply opportunity. We want to give them that opportunity and say, look, we've got the time for you to do this. We've got the space for you to do it. And yeah, let's do it.
And the beautiful thing of this as well is that you don't necessarily know what the outcome is going to be. You know, it isn't as sort of like signed, sealed, delivered as, you know, people may think it is in a process like this. It is literally just about maybe birthing lifelong partnerships here. You just don't know kind of like, you know, how far and wide this sort of stuff can go. You mentioned producers come to the front there. There are 4 creative supervisors in this project, yourself being one. You've got Lily Bow, who is also part of the Beacons team. And then, you know, producers like, you know, James Minas and Monique Bucks, you know, who are fully esteemed. I mean, Minas is basically, is he doing your tracks? Just putting you out as a full disclosure.
No. Me and
we're
trying to work together, but yeah, hopefully after this project is done, we'll be able to actually sit down and get that track out of the way. But,
I mean, you know, he's amazing. He's kind of created this, you know, really cool relationship with so many of so many of the artists that perform grime and hip hop here in Wales, and is really kind of good at giving artists their own signature beat too. There isn't like a uniform conformity with it. Do you know what I mean? It's really interesting. But over time, it's kind of like you find out, oh, you're working with me this. Oh, you're working with me this. So he's kind of a really important part of this puzzle too, coming forward for the, especially for people who are going to be part of the project from a producer standpoint. Yeah, and then Monique and the experience that Monique has had over the past like 10 years as a musician here in Wales, like really just adds to that too. It's super exciting. So applications are open, and we're saying to people now, come forward with your tunes, come forward with your ideas. What are we saying to people like watching this right now that are interested in becoming a part of this Honey Sessions process?
What we're basically saying to them is, if you're looking to develop your artistry and develop your songwriting, develop your recording skills, how you're able to collaborate with people you don't know, if you're just looking overall to be a better artist and to get feedback as well on your music from high-level industry professionals, the Honey Sessions is for you. There is very little to no opportunities in Wales for you to actually be able to expand your network outside of Wales. Most of these songwriting camps have only industry professionals from Wales. And, like Minty just said, with the other three amazing creative consultants that we have in this project, we're able to actually bring that outside help in and help you harness your artistry, help you develop your artistry, your songwriting, and perhaps take it to the whole new level, that level that you've been looking for a long time. And yeah, that's what the Honey Sessions is going to do. It's going to challenge you. It's going to provoke strong emotions, strong feelings towards your music, and hopefully bring out the best of it to give you the opportunity to produce it and give it to the people who could take your career where you need it to be. I think, like you said, the other three creative consultants, Minas, Monique Bucks, Lily Bow, they are three incredible individuals, each in their own talents and in their own fields. And what they bring to the table is something that, you probably won't be able to get anywhere else. And it's important that, you apply to this and also you take it seriously and know that this is something that will help you and benefit you past us and maybe into the next project you sign up for or into the next project you work on. That's what it's about. It's transferring your skills and giving you something to take away from this.
Absolutely. Beautiful. I couldn't say it better myself. Applications are now open. They close on the 31st of July, and we'll put a link down below here. It's forteproject.co.uk/honey. It's super exciting. There's loads of stuff in this as well, such as like there's chats on social media and the ways to get around the nooks and crannies of that, but also talks from A&R experts, songwriting experts. There's a lot of stuff going to be going on and be part of this package too, as well as helping you along the way with what you've decided to come forward with. In terms of the application process,
yes.
Is it if someone wants to apply, obviously you're taking applications from people who are either producing or creating music of Black origin, I would imagine, because this is a Mobo project, quite rightfully. So what, is it just literally just dropping a casual email over from the website, or is there like a form, I guess? What are we asking people to provide here?
Yeah, so if you go over to forteproject.co.uk/honey, you will find the press release there, just letting you know exactly what the Honey Sessions is bringing and going to deliver for you. But there is also an Apply Now button at the bottom. And if you click that button, it'll take you to a little Google Form doc, probably the easiest application you'll ever fill in. But every answer in there will give us a better knowledge of who you are as an artist and, what you're looking for from this process. We also ask that you just include a little clip, perhaps, of you performing or maybe one of your best songs, a link to that, whatever it is, and also a link to your social media too, so we can see you and know who you are. What's great about this application process, and it might even be different to something that you're normally used to when you apply for things, is that we will be giving you you feedback. Whether that's if you're successful or unsuccessful in this application, it doesn't matter. You'll still get feedback, because we do believe that growth is important, and knowing what to do in your next application or when you apply again is important too. So yeah, that's what we expect from you, and that's what you'll expect from us too.
Great. Perfect. And I think this is, it all kicks off in August next month, is it? Is that when things start to take place?
So it kicks off in August, and it's lasting a month. And what we've done is we've broken up the month into really important zones, which is the learning zone, the creative zone, and then the industry zone. Each zone is important to the development of the artistry of the artist. So the learning zone is where you'll learn about, like you said, the branding, the A&R. You'll talk a little bit about perhaps whether you need management or whether you don't need management right now. All these things are really important for artists to know, and also how to represent yourself as well whenever you go to networking events or on stage. These kind of things are important. We want you to learn and also know from the best people in those positions. So that's the learning zone. The creative zone is, like Minty mentioned earlier, you'll be working alongside the artist or the producer. And they will also be an applicant too. So they'll be in the same field as you. They could be, at the height of their career and ready for this next chapter, or they could just be starting out. The important thing is that you bring the best out of each other and you work together. And then the industry professional zone is all about the feedback. Again, all about the experience and being in this room with people who you may never be in a room with if you hadn't had this opportunity. And that's what it's all about, is just putting you guys there at the forefront and making sure you get heard.
Absolutely, 100%. I think it couldn't come at a more exciting time, to be honest with you, as well, because the light is certainly shining here on in Wales, know, and people are looking. I've said that for the past couple of years. Like, people are looking, and you see it. You see that opportunity come along, and you see people from Wales go off and do some extraordinary things. So yeah, can't recommend this project enough to you if you're watching this right now. Honey Sessions, applications close 31st of July, www.forteproject.co.uk/honey. Says you must be super stoked just to get things underway, get the applications in and get going.
Dude, you have no idea. I've been saying to people for a long time, this is my life goal. I thought I wouldn't be able to do this kind of thing until I was like 40 or 50 or whatever, and people were finally able to listen to me because I was an old guy with experience. But no, I'm doing it on the 5th of July, and I'm 23. It's crazy. I don't know where to go from here, to be honest.
Yeah. Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you. The next step, I guess, is just making it bigger, better again, bringing more communities and genres through, and just doing what we can for this music scene in Wales and helping these young people get the support they need.
100%. And I think, that thing you're on about there of development and stuff and making it bigger, badder and better is exactly what we need here, because, wind the clock back, 15 years when I was a wee boy, there wasn't any opportunities for people to get involved in radio, for example, like in my local area. And now there are opportunities like this in abundance. Take heed of this advice, take heed of these opportunities, and come storming in full speed ahead to this Honey Sessions project, which really could take your career to the next level. It's been awesome speaking to you about all of this, man. I can't wait, like, as a music fanatic, especially as a Welsh music fanatic, especially as a Welsh Mobo music fanatic, and seeing sort of projects like this take off in the past, and then blossom into something bigger, badder, beautiful. I can't wait to see what comes out of this and what music comes out of this as well. And I really hope. Yeah,
being able to see the music, that's going to be an incredible experience, especially because, these are people working together for the first time. They've never met each other. They don't know what they're going to produce. It's going to be great. But I suppose, and I should mention this, I don't know if I'm allowed to, but we'll see. There will be another opportunity coming after this, again following the Honey theme. It's in the Honey series that we're trying to create, and it's going to be called the Honey Lounge, and that will actually be live performances where we'll invite industry professionals such as yourself, and you'll be able to actually see a showcase of these genres, of these like wonderful young people who can perform such amazing songs and have incredible abilities. And yeah, it's going to be an incredible experience, probably and hopefully a brand new way of experiencing live music. And yeah, just carrying on that theme of sending the elevator back down and helping these young people come up with us.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, congratulations to you, Sis, and congratulations to you for giving this sort of access to communities that, you know, need more support. You know, like this is the reason that this is happening. And for those people that are out there right now and thinking, I don't know, do it. Do it. Most certainly get in touch, even if you're unsure. It's that uncertainty in your brain that will stop you from doing these things in life. So make sure that you even just drop an email over to Forté first before you apply if you want to, and come forth onto this project. Congratulations to you. Well done for bringing this forward. And it's a delight, man, to be, as you say in there, to be 23 and launching your dream idea. Like, it really, gives me a big beard smile ear to ear, just like being able to see. It sounds corny and cheesy, but just being able to see someone be able to have that opportunity. So big up to you, big up to Beacons, big up to this whole thing that's sort of, been created over the past couple of months. That's really been enabling, communities, people such as yourself, to achieve ideas and dreams and stuff. Let's see what this project brings, eh?
Exactly. Thank you so much for this. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do it without youth music, with PRS Foundation, Arts Council of Wales,
TCAD as well.
These people are, absolutely exceptional, and we couldn't thank them enough for funding this project and helping us, bring this idea to life and help these communities, especially during a post-COVID time too.
Brilliant. Well, I guess that's a good place as any to finish things off. Sis, thank you very much for your time, and catch you down the front.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you enjoy the Honey Sessions and what they bring out.